Hi guys. Today I've got this stamped image. Any image will work. This is just something to make a landscape with. So, but it'll work with any stamp that you have. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to start off with some lighter colors. First I'm going to do squeezed lemonade. This is going to give me just an area where the sun is going to, I'm going to get a little closer here so you can see. Okay, so I'm going to have a little sun area here, not really in the corner, kind of up off of this. So I'm making sure I've got a little bit of, I don't want a ton, and I'm not looking for a huge area. I'm starting off my mat and I'm just slowly moving down into the tree a little bit. There we go. And I'm just trying to get a little bit of brightness, but I want it bright enough in this tree area, not so much, you know, I'm not really wanting any more darkness here, but I want it, so I'm going to kind of just lift off of this area and just use my corner sections and just try and get some brightness down in that tree. There we go. That's pretty good. So that was squeezed lemonade. This is all Tim Holtz Distress ink. Now I am going to use a little bit of spun sugar. I know everybody's like, spun sugar. Reason being, not that I want a bunch of pink in the sky, but let me make sure I'm staying in. What I'm doing is I'm getting just a little bit of pink around the edges of my yellow. I'm not really trying to get a bunch into the yellow. I'm just trying to get a little bit of pink around the edges of the yellow so that it's not white. That's basically what I'm looking for, is that it's not white. When you mix blue and yellow, what do you get? You get green. I don't want green in my sky. So I put the pink there so that I have something to move into with my blue, but I'm not going to get it into my yellow. I can do a little bit of yellow there, but this way I've got a little bit of that pink so that I can move that blue into there. I'm killing it. Let me just show you. Okay, and we're going to start with the tumbled glass. And we're going to just kind of get a basic shape for where our sky is going to be. And I'm trying not to get into my yellow. That's basically all I'm really trying to not do right now. So I'm just trying to get a basic where my sky is. Not worried about it being dark, just kind of giving me a line. I just want a little bit of a line. Again, not going into my yellow. Okay, so now I have a little bit of a line here. And I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead. Since I've got this on here, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this blue. This is tumbled glass. And I'm just putting it into the pink. And again, there's not much on my sponge. I am picking it up and just using the edge right here through the trees because I would like to get a little bit of blue in there, but I do not want green in my sky. So I got a little bit there, but not enough to really turn it green, so I'm fine with that. Some of this, most everybody knows how to do the Tim Holtz and get your sky and your grass and all that. I'm going to be doing Flower Soft on parts, bits and pieces of this tree. So you're not going to see a huge amount of it, but I'm not sure yet what you are and are not going to see. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. bring this back up over here. Now this is not the only color blue I'm using in the sky. So, all right. Now I only have two round things. So, a little bit of switching. Now this one's broken china. This one is a bit darker, but brighter. So, you gotta kind of think of how dark you want this to be. Because as you can see, that really darkens that sky up. And I'm not gonna put nearly as much on this side, so it'll just look like, you know, maybe the sun's going down. I don't know. But I'm just playing. This part is just playing. We've all got to play. It just makes for a beautiful sky. Beautiful sky. A little bit of different textures. Got it lighter down here at the bottom and darker up at top, and I'm cool with that. Okay, so there's our sky. Take this off. All right, so we're pretty much done with the blues. Now we're going to come into our grass area. So first one I'm doing is crushed olive. And I just got a little bit on there starting off and just kind of going through the area with this green color. It's the lightest green color that I have, and I don't mind this color blending in. It gives it a hazy look when it blends in with the sky, and I don't mind that look at all. It just gives you the idea of something in the distance. And so that's one of the main reasons I use this color first and use it to blend in with my blues. Okay, so there's that one. And a little bit of, and the mowed lawn is very, very vibrant. You don't need much. And I tend to try and just keep it in making like a knoll. And you got to make sure you really work it. There we go. And we can put a little bit more over here. Yeah, didn't get much on there, so I'm not getting, but I'd rather be able to go a couple of times to get the reaction I'm looking for than getting it so, because this will turn really dark, and I'm not sure I want it to be that dark. Okay, so there's mowed lawn. Now the peeled paint is going to be a little more subdued. So it's going to kind of bring all of this back into perspective. It's just like shading. I don't want to get rid of my light stuff. I want that. And, but underneath the tree, you're going to have some shading underneath this tree. And then just kind of make sure you've got good blending with this mid-tone color. All right, I'm happy with that. It's just kind of a, I think I'm going to go back in with my blue. I do want to kind of, my tumbled glass, I do want to kind of set my sky and my land just a little bit more. Okay, that's good. I'm done. Done with that actually. No, I think that's good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I've got this Flour Soft, which I have not used much at all. Always forget about it. And I'm quite excited to try. This is a really pretty color. A little bit of a fall color, which is kind of what I was looking for. And I'm just going to use some glossy accents and put this in some different areas. Let's see, make sure I'm going to have to use my needle and keep this needle around all the time. Okay, come on, get out of there. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of tap this around so that I get little bits. And it will stick to every place I've got some, and I can go back around and add some more. If you have one of those fine line ones, that will work really nicely. I don't, so I'm just winging it. This does not dry really fast, so you're going to be all right with just putting a little bit here and there. I think I'm starting to go back over. Okay. And get a coffee filter. And I'm going to sprinkle it on here just like you do. Almost just like you do. It's really compact in there. Alright. This stuff gives such a neat effect. So make sure we've got all those little bits and pieces. Probably going to have to tap this down a little bit. So let me get this on there pretty thick. There we go. And now I'm going to tap it so that it'll actually get pushed into that glue. Okay. Yep, it's going to need a little bit more glue if I wanted a little bit more. But for fall, not bad. I even think I'm going to add a little bit more, and maybe not quite so little tiny tinies. Not so many tiny tinies. And I think I'm going to put some lines down on the tree, on the grass, because we're going to have leaves all along there, fallen stuff. I'm going to get some more on here and push it down. Get it on here and push it down. Yeah. All right. I'm just tapping it ever so lightly. think I... Okay. I like what I've got going on here. And I think what I'm going to do is leave this until, and I'll probably keep working it, but I like how much I've got on the tree. It's very fallish, and this is not going to be nearly that thick, but it's going to be pretty thick because all of this stuff has fallen onto the ground. And I just think that's so cool. I know majority of you have got some of this Flower Soft. Get it out. Play around with it. Have fun. And I hope I inspired you to do something with something maybe you've got laying around the house. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.